Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome into the channel. It is Saturday, September 24th, 2022, and you saw the title and thumbnail. I'm sure by now you know we're going to talk about protecting your business insurance, natural disasters, emergencies, etc. And why. If you're new to this channel or you live under a rock, I am in the great state of Florida. I actually live just north of Tampa Bay, about 25-30 minutes north of Tampa Bay, in a little town called Wesley Chapel. We are famous for having the first crystal lagoon, Epperson Lagoon, in the entire country. You can look up and Google it. With that said, it is looking like we are going to have our first hurricane in about 4 years, our first legitimate hurricane in 4 years since Irma. I believe the name is Ian, and it is going to be here Wednesday night. So we have about 4.5 to 5 days to prepare. We're used to it here in Florida. I've lived in Florida 17 and a half years, so I've seen them all come and go. Only ever evacuated for one, and it didn't end up doing any damage. That was Irma, actually. So what I want to talk to you guys about is what you can do if you live here in Florida or maybe somewhere else in the country. Maybe you live in Tornado Alley. Maybe you live in California where they have earthquakes up the Pacific coast. Maybe you live somewhere up north where you have blizzards and storms. There are tons of things you can do to protect your business. And a lot of people do ask inside of the Facebook groups and on social media about business insurance. And it's a great question. And it's something I think not just this time of year, obviously hurricane season for us, but any other time of year is a great topic to discuss, and it's affordable and it's easy. So let's jump right into it. There are a few different types of insurances and a few different types of coverages you can get. Just like with your health and your dental and your vision, there's options. So let's talk about them, and hopefully this will help some of you. If you live in Florida, don't try to go get business or flood insurance right now. Once a storm is announced, the insurance companies will not give it to you. It's like crashing your car and then trying to get car insurance. It's not going to happen, but let's talk about them, and hopefully this will help some of you. Let's thank the sponsor of today's video, my reseller genie, Paul and Faith. They have the best accounting and inventory control software that helps you track your sales, profits, expenses, and even your estimated tax bill, along with tracking your inventory, all from one place. And you can access it anywhere you have an internet connection. They have 2 great plans available, and make sure you check them out in the link in the description below and use the code to save 15%, Rockstarflipper 15. Okay, so first, most of you run your business out of your house and you have inventory in your house. So the general question is this: we all have homeowners insurance, or if you're a renter, you probably have some form of renter's insurance. Generally, that's going to replace your house. So I own this house, I have homeowners insurance on this house, and part of the policy says they will pay X to rebuild the house, exactly like it is. Then part of the policy is to cover my stuff, right? Personal property. So let's say the house costs 400 or 500 grand to rebuild. Then there's an amount, let's say they do 50,000 or 100,000. And what they call that is everything you can turn upside down and shake. If your house was rebuilt and you turn it upside down and the roof wasn't there and you shook, what would fall out? All of your personal stuff, right? So they'll replace up to that amount of money, which they give you fair market value for. So for example, that TV probably cost me a year ago about $1,000 brand new. If it got flooded and it was the only thing that got damaged in the whole house, they might give me $500 for it, right? They're not going to give me what I paid for it. It's why it's important to keep receipts and why it's important to keep a record of everything that you have. All of my major purchases, I have a picture of the serial number and the item, and I have it saved in one little nice flash drive file. When we evacuate or when we have storms, that little flash drive goes in my backpack and it's always with me, right? And it's available in the cloud too for a lot of you. So it's a good idea to have record of everything that you have. Now, when we're talking about business, right? So if your business is in your home, your inventory is in your home, and you want it to be replaceable via the homeowner's insurance and everything that, could be shaken and turned out, you have to let them know. Now, homeowners insurances also have additional plans and policies that usually are just a few dollars more, where you can tell them, hey, my office upstairs, which I have, has all of my business equipment, my business computer, my printer, my thermal label printer, my light kit, all this stuff. It's worth a few $1,000. And then my garage has like $10,000 worth of inventory or $20,000 or whatever it is, right? And they'll say, okay, you need an additional $25,000 or $30,000. And they'll give that to you and they'll tell you, it's like $10 a month. Bam, perfect. Now you've covered yourself. You've been honest with the insurance company, and everything that you have is protected, and you can add that onto your homeowner's insurance, right? Now, the other thing is, if you have like a storage unit or a shed or something like that, you can usually storage units, facilities will offer you additional insurance policies as part of your rent, which I actually have. I pay like an extra $9 a month for like $5,000 on each unit. And I have 3 units, so 15 grand. 15 grand is not going to cover my insurance, my inventory and my units. I probably have a couple $100,000 worth of inventory in those 3 units, legitimately. So what I've done is I have a business insurance policy. So outside of my homeowner's insurance, which I added and it'll take care of everything here, my inventory in my storage units off-site is $15,000 coverage through the storage unit, but I have an additional plan I bought with my business insurance that was like $15 a month, and it gave me an additional $100,000 in coverage. So you can call a business insurance company. Progressive has them, Hiscox has them, or Ashlyn Haddon, ASHLIN HADDEN. I will link Ashlyn below. She's been on this channel before. She owns an insurance company that can help you get insurance for your business anywhere in the country. Now, in addition to getting insurance to protect your inventory, she can also get you basic liability insurance, which a lot of you require for Amazon selling. So that will be like in case someone wants to sue you, or somebody buys something from you and it breaks and burns up their car or something. That will give you $1 million in general liability insurance. And if you get that liability insurance and then you ask Ashlyn, hey, can you add on my inventory? Can we go ahead and get that liability and add my inventory? She'll be happy to give you the plan, the combo plan, which is what I have. It's $42 a month. That's what I pay for all my insurance. I pay the $9 for the storage unit, so that's extra. But my plan with Ashlyn is $42 a month, and that gives me general liability, $1 million. So if I get sued for somebody getting hurt, and my inventory, I believe I actually got $200,000 worth of inventory coverage. I'd have to double check that, but I'm covered. If anything happens, flood, damage, theft, if somebody broke in and stole stuff, it would all be covered. So that is something to think about. You can contact Ashlyn down below. I'm not paid by Ashlyn for that. I'm not a sponsor. She can't pay me or sponsor me because it's insurance and I would have to be licensed insurance. So we're not allowed to be affiliates for them, but I think she does a wonderful job and you can definitely check her out down below. So those are 2 of your options that you have. You know, having your homeowner's insurance cover your inventory, contact your homeowner's insurance company, tell them you have a business, tell them you have inventory on site. They'll give you a quote to cover some of it, or contact an outside company like Ashlyn and have her give you a combo plan for everything, liability, the whole shebang, $42 a month. It's super affordable. So that's what you need to know about protecting your business, your inventory, your liability, yourself. Obviously having an LLC for lawsuits is somewhat helpful. It doesn't protect you from everything. But yeah, I would highly recommend getting liability insurance. You can also just Google business insurance providers and a bunch of them will pop up, like Prudential, Progressive, United, Hiscox. Ashlyn will probably pop up because she's very high in Google. And you can just get quotes just like you do for your car insurance. Get 3 or 4 different quotes, get the coverage amounts, tell them how much you have in inventory, take your best guess, go to eBay. It'll tell you how much it's worth if you sold it all. And you can increase those values so that they'll cover more than just like, a couple $100 for that. You can get it to cover a whole bunch. Keep your receipts, keep serial numbers, keep pictures. Walk around your house and videotape everything. Just walk with your phone and just video the whole house. Like, here's my TV, here's the serial number, this is what I paid for it with the receipt. My furniture, obviously I would have to replace the furniture if this flooded out. I would have to replace, let me pick up the camera here. Replace all the couches and the love seats and the TVs, and then, going upstairs, outside furniture, stuff we have over there, the bar, it would all have to be replaced, dining room table and that chair, and then in addition the inventory and the stuff. So make sure that your plan is up to date. Don't wait for the storms to come. Being in Florida, we know this, so usually at the beginning of the year I check on all the policies and make sure we have everything in place. Okay, hopefully that helps everyone get their bearings and understand what it is that you need to protect yourself. And if there's any other questions, leave it in the comment section down below. I'm happy to help you. Ashlyn will be happy to help you. Reach out to her, get in contact with her. She's amazing, and she can help you anywhere in the country, either through herself or through all of her coworkers and employees. They can get you set up with a plan, hopefully for $40 a month, and you'll be off and running. Have a wonderful day, guys. If you live in Florida, be safe. It looks like we're going to get hit. Hit that like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel, and think about us next week while we get hit with this storm. Pray for my fence to not get blown down. Please don't take my fence, Ian, or whatever your hurricane name is. Leave the fence. We need the fence. All right, guys. I'll see you next time.